this lesson, we're going to be discussing how to solve a multi-step equation when x is on one side. We've already discussed how to do a single-step equation using plus or minus or multiply or divide. Now we're going to use both of those concepts together in one equation. Alright, so let's look at our equation first. 2x plus 4 equals 10. When we set up a equation to solve, we always want to put our divider line down our equal sign, especially until we get comfortable doing this and making sure that we're not making mistakes. Alright, so let's follow our first two steps that we did. Our first step is look for a plus or minus on the side with x. So we find x, and here's our side with x, 2x plus 4. We're looking for a plus or a minus. Well, right here, we have a plus. And so if we find a plus, our step tells us to cancel it by doing the opposite. So what is the opposite of plus? Subtract. So to cancel it, we would say minus 4. Well, what we do on one side, we must do to the other. So minus 4 on this side as well. And we're going to draw a line just as a baseline here so that we can do our work and move it down. Alright, so a plus 4 minus 4 cancels and we get to 0. But we discussed that writing the 0 is not necessary. So we drop down our 2x. We drop down our equal sign and we say 10 minus 4. 10 minus 4 is 6. Alright, so we've done our first step. We need to go back and check again to make sure we don't have any more plus or minuses, which we don't. Then we look at our second step. Look for a multiply or divide on the side with x. Alright, 2 times x. Well, we have a multiply, so we go to our second part, cancel it by doing the opposite. To do the opposite of a multiply is a divide. So we would divide by the number we're multiplying by, which is 2. We discussed that 2 over 2 is not 0, but in fact is 1, and leaves us with 1x. And we divide our 6 by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So we have x equals 3. Again, we talked about how we can take this value, plug it into our original equation, and make sure that it works. In this case, 2 times 3 is 6 plus 4 equals 10. So 10 would equal 10, and this is correct. I want to look at just one more. Let's say that we have the equation x divided by 6 minus 4 equals 2. All right, so let's set up our equation. We're going to do our divider sign here, down the middle. Keep track. Follow our steps, just like we do on any other equation. Look for a plus or minus on the side with x. Well, here's x. Do we have a minus sign or a plus sign? Yes, right here. So to do the opposite of minus is plus. So we would do plus 4 and plus 4. All right? Draw our sign here. Negative 4 plus 4 is 0, so that leaves us with x over 6. We drop down our equal sign. 2 plus 4 is 6. Move to our next step. Look for a multiply or divide on the side with x. We have a divide, so we're going to cancel that by doing the opposite. The opposite of divide is multiply. So we're going to multiply by the number we're dividing by, which here is 6. We're also going to multiply our right side by 6. So when we multiply our divided by 6 by 6, it cancels and leaves us with x. We bring down our equal sign, and 6 times 6 is 36. This has been solving multi-step equations when x is on one side. Our next lesson will be over solving multi-step equations when x is on both sides. And it's a little different rules, but it's the same concept. Thanks.